Whenever activists speak out against the genocide that Israel is carrying out on Palestinians, Western governments and mainstream media are extremely quick to label them anti-Semite. The reason for that is simple: to dismiss or silence them. This tactic of mislabeling dissenting voices is being used all the time in various issues. For example, if you have concerns about the safety of a vaccine, you might be called anti-vaxxer, a term that implies that you have an irrational opposition to vaccines. If you are investigating potential government corruption or cover-ups, you might be called conspiracy theorists, a term that again implies that you are irrational or paranoid. If you care about animals and you advocate for the end of factory farming, you might be called extremists or militant, terms that imply that your concerns are exaggerated or that you're overly aggressive. Now, in the case of activists being called anti-Semites for being against the policies of Israel or for supporting Palestinian rights, that tactic makes them appear as thoughtless, heartless, hateful, who don't give a damn about peace and justice. In other words, it delegitimizes their political advocacy. And it diverts the attention away from their arguments and toward their supposedly anti-Semitic behavior. In addition, it makes Israel look as if it is the victim in that situation, which is under attack by people who want to see the Jewish people ethnically cleansed, when in reality it is the Israeli government that is being genocidal. On top of that, this tactic makes people scared to criticize Israel, lest they will be called anti-Semites as well, and thus risk being excluded from their social groups. Even academics and highly intellectual people are afraid to speak out, lest they will be fired from their jobs, which is something that has happened to many people. As a result, the genocide continues as planned. But if we want to see it end, we need to dare to stand up and speak out, especially those of us who don't risk losing our jobs. Because otherwise, we are complicit in the genocides, because we allow it to continue by not resisting it. And we also need to listen to dissenting voices. We need to pay attention to the arguments that people from all sides have to share. We need to engage in genuine dialogue instead of judging others based on the labels that the media has assigned to them.